Good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome to another episode, another installment, another session of Dodging Errors and Stealing Vocab. Music's a bit loud. Okay, well, hang on a minute. Let's just see what we can do about that. How about that? How's that? Is that better? Now it seems fine for you. Excellent. Music is good. Wonderful. Okay, we're here. We are here for the second session. Let's just go through. The Big Mole. Welcome. Good to have you with. K-Shits. Good to see you too. Mr. Injure. Svu, of course. Jakaro. Phoenix of the Dark. Jedi Pilot. Do we have any Queenie, of course. And I think that might be the round. Oh, of course, Dragon Bait. Good to have you with us as well. No Hat. The Hat is not here for the moment. I am experimenting with different sound systems. I wasn't happy with the way that the speakers were working with the sound setup last time, which means I need to rely on the headphones again. And I didn't have time to go and get the earbuds and hook the earbuds up to the Bluetooth with the computer. So I'm like, for the moment, no Hat, just the headphones. You can just use Phoenix. I know my username is a mouthful. That's fine, don't worry about it. Whichever sort of rolls off the tongue most naturally and quickest. Phoenix is pretty good, let's face it. Okay, we've got a few things to start with before we plow on with the meat and potatoes of today's sessions. Firstly, obviously, today we are going to be editing chapter 75, which means that I actually should edit that right there. That needs to change. Hang on a minute. Let me just edit this. Boom. Chapter 75. There. We are going to be editing Chapter 75 of Dodging Prison and Stealing Witches, which has currently been in Patreon Early Access, but which after this will be published from all the different platforms. Sorry, no, just to the Discord and to the website, while one of the old new chapters will be published to fanfiction.net and AO3 and to Royal Road. There we go, and we've got our own Mr. Svu on hand to help deal with that once the editing has been completed. And also, thanks to Mr. Svu, I have something to do, to unwrap, to unveil, to discover before we get on. Because last week, 2 weeks ago now, actually. 2 weeks ago, a little bit under 2 weeks ago, was my birthday. And somebody who is usually more associated with keeping me locked up in a dungeon, decided to send me a present. And I'm going to open it on stream, partly because I just want to I thought it would be nice for him to see my reaction. And depending on what is in this box, I may or may not show what it actually is on stream. I'm pretty confident that Svu wouldn't send me anything like too inappropriate to open up on stream, but you never know. We have had some unusual things being sent to the community center, to the community, like the fan section of the DPaSW Discord server in the past. I think we can all remember some of those. So let's see what we've got here. Dragon Bait. Music needs to be a little quieter. Okay. I'll just put this down a few more percentages there. It's currently at 6%. Let's see if I can make this even just a little bit quieter. There we go. Now at 3%. How's that? Svu, the comparison files. You're going to need to give me... Oh, sorry, Svu. Right, sorry, yes. I see now you also included me in an just one message above that. Jshare has the editing files for the current scenes in that one Google Doc folder if you want to use that. Phoenix can't hear the music, it's a touch too short. Okay, we're going to have to do some kind of compromise here, chaps. Some people say it was too loud, and now it's fine, and some people say it was too soft, and now they can't hear it. What I will do is I will put it back to where it was, and instead I will decrease the OBS by just a little bit. There. Now, that should be fine. That should be okay now, hopefully. 2 thumbs up. We'll see. Okay, yes, Svu, I will I will see if I can get that file after I do this. So, look at this thing. It's absolutely massive. I can see that the AI is like blocking it out, so you can't actually see it, but I'm sure you can see that the thing is absolutely huge, right? So, yeah. I'm very curious. Also, Svu said that this would, quote, distract me, and that it might be better not to put it, or not to open it on stream, because it might distract me too much. So, we'll see whether or not this is true. Well, it's well packaged, whatever it is. Keep your gift a surprise. Unwrap your present before opening this envelope. Okay. And Svu assures me it's nothing naughty. Okay. So whatever it is huge. Okay. Okay. I am really curious as to what this is, because I tried to imagine what it could be before it arrived. Because obviously I knew it was arriving, because he had to give me an address. But I wasn't anticipating that whatever it was going to be this big. So let's see. Yeah, it's a thing, exactly. It's all wrapped up in a bow in a very nice blue gift wrap. Happy birthday, greetings, Svu. Thank you very much. Let's see what we got. Oh, hang on a minute, this is going to be a little bit... Okay, this is a whole thing. Scissors. Do I have scissors? I should have scissors. Yes, I've got scissors. Let's cut this open. Okay, there we go. It's a box! Okay. It's a box that is ready to ship. Holy shit! Well, I know what it is now. Jesus Christ, Svu. Okay, What the hell am I going to do with this? Well, obviously I know what I'm going to do with it, but what do I do with it, like, in like, community terms? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so, let me just open this so that you can, so that everyone else can see what this is. Yeah. Sure you did, Cassius. Yeah. Let me put it like this, if you'd rocked up to my house, you should have at least knocked, I would have let you in and we could have a cup of tea. Okay. Oh my god. Hot damn. What's in the box? Hey, Chiran. What is in the box, my friend, is... you can't see it. Oh, frack. Maybe you can see it just about. Hang on, let me see if I can angle it so that the... Maybe you can see that right there. There, that's a clue, isn't it? Okay, so this is the Lego Hogwarts Castle. Yeah, it is Lego, Mr. Injure. You saw it. Yeah, you spotted it. This is the Lego Hogwarts Castle and Grounds. And it is amazingly cool. This thing is just, oh my god. It's the official one, so if you go online... Yeah. Oh, you can see it there. Look, right there. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, this thing is so awesome. Yep, Svu's got the link right there. I now understand what you mean by saying that this would distract me. Yeah. Yeah, Svoo, you madman. Why would you give him something that will keep him from writing? Don't worry. What we will do with this, I think, is I'm going to have to set up the... what I'll do is I'll set up a small table or something behind me. And in future streams, after we... Actually, I know what we can do. After we finish Hogwarts Legacy, after we finish the Hogwarts Legacy main storyline, what I'll do is I'll set up a table behind me, and in future editing and publishing streams, after we've done the editing and publishing and we're into the chill part of the stream, we'll build the Hogwarts Castle. That's what we can do. We'll have a post-publishing Lego Hogwarts building stream. That's what we can do. We'll do Hogwarts Legacy first, and then we'll do the Lego afterwards. I don't know how long the Hogwarts Legacy is going to take. It'll probably take a while, but that's good because it means we have something amazing lined up for afterwards we can get hyped about. Nice. Ah, Svoo, you are just so amazing. That's really hype. Ha! Look, I don't know if you can see it, but it's even got a little golden Dumbledore on the side there. You can't see it. That's fine. Yeah. What else has it got? I can't see. It's got any moving parts. It's got like a little... There are some parts of this Lego kit that are really, really hype. There's a see-through underground part of the castle, and in each of the little chambers in the see-through underground part, there are like rooms that are associated with different parts of the story. Like there's a massive chess set here. There's the Chamber of Secrets there. I'm not sure what this is. I think that might be the Slytherin Common Room. But this is freaking awesome. Yeah. How big is this? I mean, it looks actually... I don't say it looks small, because it doesn't look small. It looks massive, but the individual Lego pieces look fairly chunky on here. So I'm not sure how long it will actually take to put together. It might be reasonably short. Okay. It's 2,660 pieces. Yeah. 2,660 piece Lego set. So, yeah. That's going to be quite something. Oof. My god. Okay, I have to put these boxes somewhere now. Throw them over there for the moment. We'll deal with them afterwards. Queenie, the equivalent of buying a Twitch Girl maid outfit. Yeah. I shouldn't say anything about that. It's probably going to give too many people ideas. What is this? Oh, this is just the Amazon. This is just the Amazon gift thing saying hello, happy birthday, greetings, Svoo. Nice. And the thing that was gifted. Freaking amazing. Okay. Ah, God, that was amazing. Okay. Let's do the editing. Let's get the editing done, then we can move on to the publishing, and then we can move straight on to the Hogwarts Legacy, because we've now got more motivation to like get through the story, right? So that we can get onto the amazing Lego stream. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's right, Svoo, you posted me a link, which should be in the Discord, to a comparison editing thing, which I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be using that on the stream or not, because I haven't got it set up. But if I go to the Google Docs file, and which one of these folders is it in, Svoo? It should be in chapters in editing, is that correct? Because this was last edited on May the 15th. If it's not set up, we can do that editing later. Yeah, it probably is a good idea to do that. I mean, really what I'm doing right now is I just want to check this for any truly egregious stuff, and also do like a plot consistency check through. Yeah, because remember, this is all going to get published now that we're sort of back on a reasonable schedule. This is all going to get published to the main, the main public platforms reasonably soon. Also, Svoo, sorry, I completely missed it in the Lego unboxing. Svoo has just resubscribed for 1 month at tier 1. You have been subscribed for 61 months straight, 15 minutes ago, and for some reason my alerts didn't pop up again. which is weird because my alerts should be popping up. I don't know why they're not. Huh. I have to check into that anyway. Oh, you saw the alert. Okay, I just didn't hear the alert then. Okay, fine. Oh, it was during the countdown. Right. Got it. Okay, let's start the read through then. We will sort the editing out. We will sort the comparison editing out the next time. Oh, hang on a minute. Sfu's got a direct link here. Oh no, that was the chapters in editing. If I click on chapters in editing, I'm going to be taken. So the only ones I see here are up to 73. So it's not in there. If we go to finished chapters, it doesn't appear to be in there either. Oh, new edits after first stream. Nope. Okay, that's also not it. Okay, in that case, we'll just start the streaming. If you get these, if you figure out a way to get me those edits in a timely manner, then I will of course edit them on the stream immediately. Okay, here we go. High above a green, lush, manicured lawn, a young witch with flaming red hair danced on a broomstick like a lithe ballerina. Apparently ballerina is misspelled. Ballerina. Or more accurately for those with such knowledge, a pole dancer. Again, pole is apparently also misspelled. Different type of pole. Is pole one word as well? Pole dancer? No, apparently not. Oh, pole dancer can be hyphenated though. Okay. The broom had become an extension of her body, as much a part of her being as her arms or legs, or tail, or whatever she had, or a tail whenever she had one. Seemingly from out of nowhere, a bludger whizzed, that wants to be with an H apparently, a bludger whizzed past her head barely an inch away. Ginny Weasley blew an errant strand of hair out of her face. Suddenly the air was full of bludgers. Not just 2, but 4, 6, 8, 10 of the magical cannonballs, all at once shot at her from every direction. All, I think, hang on, all shot at her, I think... At once. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the at once. It's redundant. The air became a maelstrom of leather, iron, wood, and broom dancing witch. And I believe broom dancing witch. Broom dancing needs to be hyphenated. Witch is fine. Doesn't need to be witches. There's only one of them. The air became a maelstrom of leather, iron, wood, and broom dancing witch. Then she shot out of the bludger cloud as though shot from the barrel of a gun. Okay. Using the word shot twice there is not optimal. Yep, I like blasted. No, blasted is fine. Then she blasted out of the bludger cloud. Zipped. Then she zipped. Actually, I like zipped. Oh, but zipped is not because. No, blasted is actually better because she's coming out of it as though shot from the barrel of a gun. So you can't zip because bullets don't come out of the barrel of a gun zipping, right? They don't zip out of the barrel of a gun. They blast, or they fire, or they shoot. But we've already used the word shot. Exploded kind of works, but exploded implies that there's something like behind your force, which I guess there kind of could be, but... Oh, use a different word. Yeah, I could do that. We could say she shot out of the bludger cloud as though fired from the barrel of a gun. Yeah, that works. That works. all came for her. Suddenly the air was full of bludgers. Not just 2, but 4, 6, 8, 10 of the magical cannonballs. All came for her from every direction. Feels a bit weak. It's a weak verb. Although I do agree with trying to remove the shot word again, because at that point you have 3 different usages of the word shot, right? No worries, Jakaro. We will manage. It's fine. But I very much appreciate the effort regardless. All charged for her. Rushed is good. Charged is it's not quite the right word though, right? Charge implies a kind of, I mean, yes, there is momentum behind a charge, but a charge is not the same thing as like a ballistic trajectory, right? It doesn't have quite the same visceral impact. Of course, the thing about bludgers is that bludgers do have a constant force being applied to them. So in many ways, a bludger can actually charge. All careened at her. There's a word that I'm reaching for. It's so close on the tip of my tongue. Converged. That's the word. That's the word. That's the word. Converged on her. Suddenly the air was full of bludgers. Not just 2, but 4, 6, 8, 10 of the magical cannonballs. All converged on her from every direction. As in, like, that gets the idea of what we're looking for here. Like every single one of these cannonballs is just like going vroomf at the same time. Okay. A twinkle of fluttering gold near the ground went from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in less than the blink of an eye. Apparently, this wants to be no hyphen. It wasn't nearly quick enough. A small hand plucked the snitch clean out of the air just before yet another zooming bludger would have removed it. I think we need the it there is a bit ambiguous, so let's say said hand. A small hand plucked the snitch clean out of the air just before yet another zooming bludger would have removed said hand. Had it being any smaller? Kira, another kilometers an hour really needed, just in regards to reading flow. I think that's a... I mean, if it was a specific speed, I would agree with you. But 100 kilometers an hour is just like a generic speed, right? It's just a generic speed that everyone's very familiar with. It's like everyone knows what 100... Well, everyone who's not American knows what 100 kilometers an hour is, right? Because it's the speed that you can travel on a motorway. He says, suddenly realizing that his idea of what a standard speed limit on a public highway might not be the same everywhere for everyone. I think I do want to give a unit. I'm okay with it. I think just saying 100 kilometers an hour is I'm okay with it. I agree that in some context it might mess with the flow, like more than I was willing to accept. But in this context, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with stating the exact speed. Yeah. Okay. Had it been any slower. Ginny popped the snitch into a bag already half full of the things, tied to the floating ring at the base of her Nimbus 2001 before soaring high back up into the sky. She leaned forward on her broom like a cat lounging in a tree. Her feet tangled themselves up on the bristles. Her arms became a pillow. Once more, Ginny extended her senses. On the edge of the Potter Manor Quidditch pitch, Lord James Potter, sitting in a garden chair facing what theoretically was supposed to be training, shook his head in incredulity. If I didn't find the very idea utterly ridiculous, I'd say she looked bored. On the other side of the table, filled with scones, cakes, and tiny egg and cress sandwiches with the crusts cut off, all piled on a multi-story edifice of silver and lace, Arthur Weasley chuckled. I guess after facing down a 1,000-year-old magically perfect killing machine, even something as exciting as Quidditch might seem tame. I suppose, James said grudgingly. Lord Slytherin's words at their last meeting were still fresh in his thoughts. Why not betroth Ginny to Harry? The Weasleys were light-leaning, as he'd said. Arthur was one of the more respected civil servants within the ministry, even if he lacked the desire for a humble hag position. And he needed to do something to bring Harry back into the fold. Yep, I'll accept that. The consequence of failing didn't bear thinking about. Except... Cinna! Good day to you, and welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Oh! Cinna, check this out. Look what I got for my birthday. Hang on, can we get the picture back up? Look at that. Ha ha! I got a massive Lego Hogwarts castle that Sue sent us on the stream, which we are going to build live on the stream once we finish Hogwarts Legacy. So I'm going to be showing that off to everyone who joins the stream now. Okay. Except he was still pretty sure that Slytherin was Remus Lupin, with all the powers that entailed. The Lupins were plotters and schemers, the lot of them. One didn't just befriend a Lupin and not expect to eventually get screwed over. The Marauders had learned that the hard way. They were worse than Dumbledore. Still, I don't think getting a special exemption from the Wizengamot to have her play at the national level will be too hard, James said, watching the young witch now play chicken with a veritable conga line of bludgers. There aren't many things we agree on, but Quidditch is definitely one of them. No. But I'm still not comfortable with the idea of a betrothal between Harry and Ginny. He trailed off. Not because of you or Ginny, he quickly added, or your house. I've nothing but respect for you and your work, but I can't help worry that there's some kind of plot going on here that I'm not party to. Arthur put his teacup, one word, down with a little clink sound. If there is a plot, I'm unaware of it. All I see are two children who are as alike as two peas in a pod. Yes, James said slowly. That's another thing I'm worried about. In any case, I do think something will have to be done. Oh, why? Arthur took another sip and gave him a look he recognised, the look of a worried parent. If Ginny is going to go all in on Quidditch, I'd be worried for her future if she didn't have a husband lined up capable of supporting her. Several teams have been experimenting with the idea of professional sports, taken from the Muggle world, but the hard truth is that our population simply isn't large enough to support it. I know Molly would put her foot down if nothing could be arranged. James gave the man sitting next to him a slightly alarmed look. Are you saying that if your daughter doesn't have a betrothal arranged, then you wouldn't allow Ginny to play at all? Arthur gave him a placating hand wave. Not for myself, you have to understand. I want my little girl to follow her heart in all things. But Molly is less sanguine in her outlook. And you listen to her. Always. Yes, that's a quote. I missed the misspelling of multi-story earlier. Okay. Where am I looking? It's supposed to be multi-story with an E according to Google. Okay. Yep, doesn't seem to have a complaint about it. Okay, James sighed. Well, at least she's not part of the Animagus. That should be Animagi, technically, shouldn't it? Animagi. At least she's not part of the Animagi clusterfuck coming up. That's one blessing. You were wise to register her when you did. Arthur just smiled. Though that didn't apply to Virgo, James thought grumpily. He never imagined he'd be actively trying to hitch his eldest son's wheel to a girl who could turn her bottom half into a snake. Red and gold snake, though. And there was the Phoenix Patronus. And it wants Patronus capitalised, but we don't do that here. And her friendship with both John and Susan. Also, the mention of the 1,000-year-old killing machine doesn't fit. Ginny wasn't there according to public knowledge. Thank you very much. Yes, I did want to change that. Thank you very much. Yep, you're completely right. That was a thing that I completely messed up. Okay, here we go. On the other side of the table filled with scones, cakes, and tiny egg and cress sandwiches, blah, 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 Arthur Weasley chuckled. I guess after facing down a 1,000-year-old magically perfect killing machine, even something as exciting as Quidditch might seem tame. Okay, now what do we replace that with? We could, I mean... Nah... I don't think there's anything publicly known that Ginny has done that compares to what she is currently doing on the Quidditch pitch. And anyone I think who is trying to genuinely make a comparison would it doesn't work, right? It's not genuine. So I think we simply have to go with a statement from Arthur about how proud he is about Ginny. I think that's just what we have to go. I mean, the rogue bludgers is sort of valid. Dragon bait. The problem is that Ginny is currently dancing with 10 bludgers at once, right? I mean, the invisible bludgers potentially. Yeah, that's right. They were invisible, weren't they? Were they invisible? I guess they must have been. Yeah. We could just go for a... Yeah, they were invisible. Okay, yeah. So what we could do is we could say, I guess after going toe to toe with invisible bludgers, even 10 at once doesn't seem so bad. Which even that like still feels a bit iffy, right? Because it's like, would you rather have 2 invisible bludgers or 10 actual bludgers? I mean, provided that you can sense the invisible bludgers, which obviously Ginny can, right? Because how else would she be able to dodge them if she didn't know where they were, right? If you can dodge invisible bludgers because you know where the invisible bludgers are, then the difference between that and dodging 10 bludgers, it's the same thing, right? The only difference is that it's 2 versus 10. And if it's 2 versus 10, then obviously the 10 is much, much, much more difficult, right? I think we may just have to go with the Arthur is proud of her daughter comment. Yeah. I think we're just going to have to do that. I think we're just going to have to go with a yes, I'm very proud of my daughter kind of comment. On the other side of the table, blah, 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 Arthur Weasley chuckled. Oh, I actually, I know what we could do. Yeah, you could do that, Shira, and you could replace change the entire the direction of the conversation right from the word go. You could do that. I kind of like the idea of James making the observation that she's bored. Especially because it's not actually true, right? Brave one should be ambitious. She's a Slytherin. I don't know. I mean, you could be correct. Technically, Dragonbait, you are correct about that. But do remember, this is Arthur Weasley talking to James Potter about the idea of betrothing Ginny to Harry. So, reminding James that Ginny is a Slytherin probably isn't necessarily the way to go about doing that. And bigging Ginny's Gryffindor tendencies and Gryffindor characteristics up is probably actually the smarter political move. There we go. Actually, yeah, there we have it. Literally just going all in on the bigging her up. Honorary Gryffindor, even. We are a family of. Hang on, yeah. Actually, I like this. This works well. On the other side of the table, filled with scones, cakes, and tiny egg and cress sandwiches with the crust cut off. Arthur Weasley chuckles. Ginny's always been a brave one. I remember her sneaking out of the house at night to fly before she even started Hogwarts. Honorary Gryffindor, I say. Actually, yeah, honorary Gryffindor, I say. Everyone in the family has been after. There we go. And that way, when James says, I suppose, James says grudgingly. Because it's like, yes, he recognises that Ginny is a Slytherin. She was sorted into Slytherin house. But at the same time, he grudgingly accepts Arthur's statement about her being an honorary Gryffindor, because it's kind of convenient for James to think of Ginny in that way, even if he's like a bit leery about it. It's like, yeah, I can. It's like I can just about like buy what you're selling me, just about, maybe. Oh, family of lions to tie back to the cat comments. Well, remember, Ginny is also now publicly known to be a cheetah, which is not quite a lion, but it's might be considered close by someone who is squinting. Actually, and a cheetah isn't far off a lion. There we go. And a cheetah isn't far off a lion. Yeah, cats are cats, yeah. And a cheetah isn't far off a lion. I suppose, James said grudgingly. I mean, this sort of kind of works, but this is sort of political theatre in a way. This is sort of, it may not be like 100% accurate, but it definitely is like political manipulation and sort of framing and all this kind of stuff. Because after all, what Arthur is not saying is, oh yeah, Harry's also a lion, isn't he? Because Harry, let's face it, Harry is far closer to being a lion than Ginny is. Because Harry is actually a Nemean lion in his chimera form. Yes, he's a chimera. Yes, it's like half like it's part thestral, part Nemean lion, part Hydra or snake or Medusa or whatever you want to call it. But Harry is definitely more lion than Ginny is. Give her a box. Yeah, and a cheetah isn't far off from a lion. Cheetah isn't far off a lion. She has a lion in her. Oof. Let's not go there, Chiran. Ginny's always been a brave one. I remember her sneaking out of the house at night to fly before she's even started Hogwarts. Honorary Gryffindor, I say. Everyone in the family has been, after all, and a cheetah isn't far off a lion. I suppose... What have I started? I suppose, James said grudgingly. Lord Slytherin's words at their last meeting were still fresh in his thoughts. Why not betroth Ginny to Harry? We've already been through this. Da-di-da-da. Okay, Red and Gold Snake though. Actually, instead of going there, I'm going to say, mind you, Red and Gold Snake, mind you, and there was the Phoenix Patronus and her friendship with both John. Get out of my way. There we go. And her friendship with both John and Susan. Okay, so even considering where she came from, Virgo probably was a safer bet for John than Ginny was for Harry. The sounds of two voices arguing drifted through from the attached greenhouse. Nope, I'm still not getting any of this, but you could agree, and you agree that the wizarding world needs to change. I could lend you a book. I don't have time to read some muggle book. And speaking of John, that gave him an idea. James's son and rightful heir exited from the large glass building, followed closely behind by Arthur's eldest. Bill was his name. Worked for hang on, Arthur's eldest. That should be a full stop. By Arthur's eldest. Bill was his name. Worked for Gringotts. Head boy at Hogwarts. Very passionate about whatever it was he was always going on about. John, James called out cheerfully. Over here. You seeing this? He gestured to where Ginny was now doing casual loop the loops, and this wants to be hyphenated. Loop the loops, while dodging a dozen bludgers. I see it, Dad, John replied, sounding rather Surly? There's a word here. It says it's spelled incorrectly. I'm looking for like surly. Surly. There must be a correct spelling for this. Hang on, let me check. Let's see if Google can supply. Surly. Yeah, that's right. Oh no, that's surely. No, I don't want surely. I want like surly. That's it, Mr. Injure. Surly. I like that. Yeah. Surly, bad-tempered and unfriendly. Yes, thank you, Mr. Injure. That was the spelling I was looking for. There we go. I see it, Dad, John replied, sounding rather surly, arriving in front of where he and Arthur were sitting. It's not that impressive. Let's emphasize that. It's not that impressive. James snorted. John, you shouldn't be jealous. Ginny could be playing for England soon. What? John's jaw dropped. But she's not even a second year. Doesn't matter when she's that good. But hey, Arthur, you said Ginny needed a husband to support her Quidditch. What about John? The worst words that could possibly have been said. The moment the words came out of his mouth, James realised his mistake. He'd forgotten just how hard John had fallen for Ginny before he left for Hogwarts. The look of hope that blossomed over his son's face was almost painful to watch, as was the collapse when Arthur immediately slapped the idea down. I'm sorry, Lord Potter, but I'm afraid that's not going to happen. Not while Ginny is so against the idea, and persuading Molly would be difficult. I've heard you want John here to marry Malfoy's girl. If it's a bride price you need, we can arrange that, James said quickly. I'd take the best care of Ginny, John declared. An edge of desperation in his voice. I can handle 2 witches. I promise you, Mr. Weasley. Bill Weasley exploded. I can't believe you're all just sitting here talking about trading off my little sister like she's a piece of property. Arranged marriages are the remnants of a corrupt aristocratic bourgeoisie who control capital through family and inheritance. Ginny shouldn't be marrying a noble. She should be marrying a commoner, a muggle-born, or maybe even a muggle. That would send a message to the magical proletariat that they have the freedom to change, to say no, if only they threw off the archaic social rules foisted on them by... That was as far as he got before he briefly went from 0 to 60 miles an hour. I am sort of like mixing speeds here. It's fine. Whatever. From 0 to 60 miles an hour as a broom-shaped missile zoomed alongside him. That should be one word, apparently. Zoomed alongside him, plucked him clean from the ground, and pitched him straight into a rhododendron bush. Miles, yeah, I know. Hey, we're British here. Sometimes we use kilometres, sometimes we use miles. Depends on how we feel. Ginny swung back around and landed lightly, the wand in her hand glowing from the residue of a the wand in her hand glowing from the residue of a Mollycorpus charm. Can't spell that one correct. I can't say that one correctly. Okay, so I can't remember who it was, but somebody flagged this as being a potential plot hole. I would say no. I can't remember the exact context or the exact like things that I've said in the past regarding this. This is why I need the AI to help me on this one. But I'm pretty confident that I have played with the idea that within the grounds of like these very large and very old wizarding manors, the normal rules about wand magic outside of school don't necessarily apply to the same extent, and certainly not if you are, you know, rich and powerful. And the Potters are basically among the richest and most powerful families in the entire country. So yeah. Should she emphasize will in that sentence? I think it's okay like this. I will marry who I want. I'm imagining that particular sentence going along the lines of, I will marry who I want. Something like that. Just a very, very flat, just a very flat delivery. Is mobile corpus the right spell for Ginny to use? I believe it is. Jedi pilots. I believe it is the correct spell. In this case, Mr. Injure, I believe we are using a land mile. Although I am aware that I'm aware that pilots use sea miles, I believe. Sky miles are something completely different. Sky miles are a reward system. It gets very confusing. Yeah. You heard her, Arthur said, as though that closed... Ginny swung back around and landed lightly. Blah, 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 blah. I wish Grammarly would piss off. I know you can't see this, but every now and again, like, Grammarly just randomly decides that it needs to cover my screen with a prompt, and I can't read what I'm trying to read. It's very frustrating. This is why I would like to switch to Pro Writing Aid as soon as I can. Just as soon as I can afford it. I will marry who I want, she said, and who I want is Harry. You heard her, Arthur said, as though that closed matters. James winced. Don't give me that look, Ginny said to John. You go have fun with your own personal snake. A cheetah belongs to the one true king. And that statement reminded James why Harry wasn't around for his own... betrothal negotiations. Why he'd subtly stopped hunting for his other son, which had once included contracting out a few well-known hit wizards, and instead started racking his brain for other, less confrontational means of influencing him. Harry was a Merlin's-damned chimera, a legendary form, no less, one that had appeared only a few times throughout history, and the first wizard to ever have a chimera as an animagus form. At age 12, the Unspeakables had gone nuts. The Obliviators had gone nuts. The Union of African Ministries had gone nuts. Trying to force Harry to do anything would take far more power than was reasonable. It even made him question whether the path he and his wife had set themselves on was even the right one. But he had quickly dismissed that thought. That way lay madness. I'm not on a browser, Jacaro. I'm using Word. Yeah, I'm using the Word program. Okay, now Svu mentioned that Chimera might be spelt incorrectly, but we don't know what the current standard is. Someone needs to go to AO3, where we should have the standardized spelling for Chimera, and check whether or not that is indeed the correct spelling or not. Or at least our standardized spelling. Or I guess I could do it myself instead of trying to rely on chat like an absolute lazy bastard. Here we go. Not that I don't appreciate it, obviously, when chat is just like, here's the answer, James, and just sort of hands it to me on a platter. Chimera seems okay. So, Chimera spelt like that, okay. Chimera is the AO3 version, says Chiran. Oh dear. We have a discrepancy. Haven't we changed? Haven't we corrected all of the AO3 versions? Or is that something... Oh, DPaSW should win. Okay. Okay, so it is Chimera spelt. In the consistency files we have... Ah, fuck. Okay, we are completely messed up here. We've got no clue what's going on. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, this is an excellent time to take a 3-minute break. We'll take a 3-minute ad break. We'll be back in 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes, chaps. Okay. So, what's the answer? Let's have a look. The editing files also have exclusively Chimera in all chapters up to 71. Okay. So in that case, if the editing chapters have Chimera spelt with A-E-R-A, then we go with that. Okay? So we do that. Where's the Chimera? That's... okay, I have to type it in manually. I can't even type, apparently. Okay, there we go. Whew. Okay. As far as Harry went, Dumbledore could likely still take him down, likely with one hand tied behind his back, but Dumbledore was still being awfully cautious. Yeah, was still being awfully cautious about anything to do with Lord Slytherin, even if he was one of only 2 other people in the whole world who understood why keeping Harry under control was so important in the first place. James watched the bickering grow between Ginny and John, each one's shouting getting louder and louder, and decided to step in. John, please go and fish Master Weasley out from that bush and see that he's not actually hurt. After he'd left, grumbling, James turned to Ginny. Miss Weasley, I'd be happy to have you as a daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law wants to be hyphenated. I mean, Merlin, your flying alone is incredible, simply mind-boggling. It's just that Harry is what? He has a very complicated future ahead of him, and I'll be there with him. It will likely be very dangerous. It will likely be a very dangerous future, and I'll be there with him. If Harry was in danger, would you try to protect him? And I think I'm going to actually put a ... there. I think I need to input something here to indicate a change in James's mental thoughts. Oh, did I already say a Merlin down Chimera? Did I misspell something again? Is that not correct? Chimera? That's correct, isn't it? Oh, making it all caps. No, that's fine. Oh, hang on, but there is another Chimera here that is misspelled. That's still misspelled. Hang on. And just for consistency, we will make that lowercase. I mean, yes, we could capitalize it all. We could do that. I'm actually kind of inclined to do that. After all, it's not a small deal, and it is a big thought that is currently going on in James's head. If Harry was in danger, would you try to protect him? Of course. James paused before continuing. If I asked you to work with me to protect Harry, what would you say? Ginny looked down at the ground for a moment, then up at the sky, then directly into his eyes. I'd say yes. Then I'd take everything that you told me, take it to Harry, and change the plan as he saw fit. The best person to protect Harry is Harry. James closed his eyes before opening them again. Well, at least you're honest. He cleared his throat. Miss Weasley, I cannot accept a betrothal between you and my son so long as you do not accept the familial responsibility of obedience to your future lord, i.e. me. Ginny shrugged. That's fine. That threw him for a loop. It is. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. Harry said he'd arrange our betrothal. He'll make it happen, even if he needs to break magic itself. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just thinking about like the internal consistency between Ginny's statement here and Ginny's statement in the last update, and I think that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I think Ginny went through what to her is her first like failing of Harry directly, because we've already had Daphne, and it was a minor fail as well in the big scheme of things. But we've had Daphne and Hermione fail Harry in the past. And their emotional reaction to that was pretty brutal. This is the first time, I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time that Ginny has like directly like failed Harry in some kind of like in a mission that she's given. She's had missions that haven't gone correctly and haven't gone like to plan, but there's a difference between like failing to carry out a mission and completely embarrassing, or what you believe is completely embarrassing the boy that you're crushing on in front of like the entire magical population of magical Britain. Right. The chicken killing, she lied to him. Did she? Need source on that one, Shiran. Hang on, let me just check this. I could swear that she didn't. Oh shit, this is a plot thread that I completely missed. I completely like lost the tracker. Oh, hang on, here we go. I didn't kill the chickens. Okay, got it. Thank you for that, Chiran. Ah, her killing hesitancy was resolved during her Animaga streams. Got it. Yeah. That was that. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Yeah. That was that. That was where that plot went. Yeah, I remember now. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. Harry says he'd arrange our betrothal. He'll make it happen, even if he needs to break magic itself. That statement did not make James feel any better. Not long after, he was seeing the party off back to the Burrow through the Potter Manor central flue. I'm sure we'll figure some way to come to terms on this, Arthur said, with a hand firmly on both Ginny's shoulder and around Bill's arm. The latter scowling at his little sister, while the former had her tongue stuck out at her big brother. No dueling, James said. He wasn't insane. No dueling, Arthur repeated back. The Muggle Protection Act is proof that we can all come together and put aside our differences for a common good. I look forward to seeing our work come to fruition at the Wizengamot session. Lord Potter nodded. He watched the whirling colours carry his guests away. Lord Slytherin has a magic around him, don't you think? Hands instead of a hand. With a hand firmly on both Ginny's shoulder. Sorry, with a hand firmly on Ginny's shoulder and another. With a hand firmly on Ginny's shoulder and another around Bill's arm. The latter scowling at his little sister while the former had her tongue stuck out his blah blah blah. Lord Slytherin has a magic around him, don't you think? What, the other? Arthur said with a hand firmly on Ginny's shoulder and another around Bill's arm. Chaps, when you are going to give me a correction, can you please include like the full context of the sentence that I need to correct? Because if you just say like a word or even two words, then like by the time I read what you said, that was probably like 5 paragraphs ago, and I don't know what you're referring to. Only has 2 hands, another implies more than 2. Arthur said with a hand firmly on Ginny's shoulder and another around Bill's arm. Is there anything wrong with that? That seems right to me, right? Sorry, am I going insane here? There's like Arthur said with a hand firmly on Ginny's shoulder and another around Bill's arm. Like, this works, doesn't it? This works. Yeah, he's got another hand. I mean, yes, he could be the other hand, but it could also be an. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Right, we are in pure nitpick phase right here. Yeah, okay. This isn't even nitpick phase. This is just like preference nitpick. This is like a multi-level nitpick. Yeah, yeah. You could say the other, but another is also perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with saying another hand. Yeah. Big Mole. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. The other. No. Okay, Lord Slytherin has a magic around him, don't you think? James turned to find his other guest standing at the entranceway to the smoking room. To the smoking room, where unbeknownst to Mr. Weasley, he'd been making himself at home while Ginny put herself through her paces. The window offered a perfect view over the Quidditch pitch, and, as it happened, was just above where their little party had been sitting. It was also ajar. That window had also been ajar. Magic? James asked. Lord Walter Slughorn, keystone of a major faction within the Grey, not to be confused with his uncle, Horace Slughorn. Okay, that is an aside and wants to be M-dashed. Lord Walter Slughorn, keystone of a major faction within the Grey, not to be confused with his uncle, Horace Slughorn, the famous potions master. That should be potions, I believe, with an S. There's no possessive there. Chuckled darkly. He inspires great loyalty, even between those below him. When was the last time you heard a young witch defend her paramour so fiercely? Of course, they usually get that attitude beaten out of them fast enough, but it's still cute to see. Makes you feel young again. Oh, that was the typo, right, okay. Fair enough. Harry is not below Lord Slytherin. Lord Slughorn shrugged. I'm just telling it how I see it. His look turned serious. Something is afoot in the Grey. Yes, you said before. Still no idea what it is? Slughorn shook his head. No, but I get the feeling that Lord Slytherin has a secret, an important one, and he's letting people in on it. Many of my less immediate friends and acquaintances in the Grey have suddenly come over all coy. The source of his wealth, maybe. Maybe. Slughorn looks pensive. Whatever it is, the fact that he has not deemed fit to bring me in on it, whatever it is most vexing. This is just one of many insults the man has laid at my feet. James carefully kept his face blank. As a young lord who'd married his Hogwarts sweetheart, he had rather pointed opinions on young witches being married off to wizards thrice their age. He didn't see eye to eye with Lord Slytherin on many things, but so long as he was as young as everyone supposed, snatching the former Greengrass heiress away from Slughorn was a win for the light in his book. Daphne supposedly thought so as well, which certainly mattered, though it was difficult knowing for sure with the whole Ice Princess thing the girl had going on. So, what are you going to do? James said. Lord Slughorn chewed his lip. Lord Slytherin is a powerful leader, though sometimes a bit too sentimental for his own good. Staying with the Grey has been the best play for me and many of my friends, but if we don't like whatever the secret ends up being, well, he smiled grimly at James. We may have to realign ourselves to our old friends again. James sucked in his breath. That would give the light a near total majority. Indeed. And I believe that if we jumped ship, most of the light-leaning rest would follow. The Grey could disintegrate overnight. Slughorn smiled nastily. It all depends on the secret. Scene over, and that was like quite a long one. Bozo! In the gloomy back offices of the Daily Prophet, up in the attics of Diagon Alley, right next door to the Quibbler printing press, a cocker spaniel started awake from where it had been dozing in a dog basket. Bozo, we've got news! The cocker spaniel yawned, its tongue lolling out carelessly. Yeah, that should be fine. Before the animal shifted and a mildly dishevelled wizard stepped onto the wooden floorboards. The door slammed open and Rita Skeeter marched in, looking out of breath. Bozo, where are... There you are. Look, just got the agenda for the all-hands attendance at the Wizengamot. They're hosting it next weekend. Bozo gave his alleged boss the stink eye. Love We're socials. We don't do government. I was sleeping. You'll change your mind when you see this. There! She threw a roll of parchment at him, smacking him in the chest. You think that's just government? Bozo unrolled the parchment. His eyebrows rose. And as he continues to read, they continue to rise. The Muggle Protection Act, spearheaded by Slytherin. Unregistered animagus hearing, featuring Slytherin's betrothed and protege, along with Lord Malfoy's scary lost and found daughter. Emergency Extraordinary Magic hearing, featuring the same. Basilisk ownership hearing. Lord Slytherin versus Lord Potter versus the Ministry. Hearing for the special elevation of one Ginevra Weasley to the England Quidditch team. Rumoured to be in a betrothal negotiation with one Harry Potter. Again. Slytherin's protege and unexpected heir to the noble house of Potter. Leader of the Light faction and actively standing against Slytherin in another hearing on the same day. Chimera Storm Inquiry. No guesses who's on the docket for that one. The Basilisk Incident Inquiry featuring Headmaster Lockhart and, surprise, surprise, Lord Slytherin. Oh, and I see that they've also scheduled a tentative hearing to debate the merits of allowing underage wizards and witches to join the England's dueling team. And as part of that hearing, they've invited a Miss Malfoy, an Heiress Black, and 2 Potters. You can both start and startle awake, Shiran. Rita gave him a triumphant look. There, you see? Bozo rubbed his chin. Yeah, he said slowly. I see it. Though, sure you want to keep chasing Slytherin, love? I know they say 3 times a charm, but they are usually idiots. Rita waved the concern away. I won't make the same mistakes I made the last times. And there won't be any goblins at the Wizengamot, she shuddered. Foul, nasty little creatures. Bozo slumped down into a chair and reached into the pocket of his jacket for a cigarette. The whole weekend is going to be nothing but one massive drama fest. Worse than a teenage Kniesel fight. He lit his cigarette with the tip of his wand, holding it in his other hand like a quill. He took a puff, blowing out the smoke into the small room. We could do a special report and make it an insert, he said. Butter up Barnaby and slip it into the Prophet's own dedicated run. That way Lovegood won't be able to censor it. Skeeter unsnapped her crocodile skin bag and drew out a parchment. The Slytherin special, maybe. Lead with a single large photo of the man in his mask, looming out of the newspaper frame and glaring at the reader. Or try and persuade Lovegood or Potter to change for the camera. Get an exaggerated shot of a land dragon and a chimera roaring at each other. Ooh, then superimpose that image on either side of Slytherin's mask. We could use a subtitle like Scary Secrets Revealed, Slytherin's Plans for Magical Britain and How They Affect You, or something like that. That's a T-Rex, love. Void God, Azeroth, 3rd time. Welcome, good to have you with us. Sorry, what's the 3rd time? 3rd time's a charm? There was indeed, I mean, we did have something recently that was talking about 3 times. You were talking about like the number of times that... You're talking about the number of times that that Rita has gone after Slytherin. Here we go. I know they say 3 times a charm. Yeah, yes, 3rd time's a charm. Thank you, Void God. That is indeed an edit that should indeed be edited. Thank you. And no guesses. That's a T-Rex, love. Whatever. Bozo took another puff. And are you sure you want to go sniffing around a hearing for unregistered animagi? You're coming too. Yeah, but I'm not changing around them, am I? Don't tell me you ain't planning on bugging someone for more juiciness. I know you too well, love. It's what got you in trouble last time. Sorry, Rita sniffed. So what if I am? It's what got you in trouble last time. Rita Skeeter stuffed the parchment back in her bag and snapped it shut again. Slytherin hides his identity for a reason, and I will be the first to find out why. We both know Gilderoy is preparing something, and whatever it is, I refuse to let him beat me to the punch. The great secret will be mine. On Rita's writing desk in the corner of the room, a magically locked wooden box rested, waiting for an exact magical trigger to open. Yeah, it was indeed a good spot. Stop. Go. John Potter was sweating. He'd faced down Voldemort and Death Eaters, dragons, merpeople and giant mazes. He'd spoken with fate and death, travelled through time and gone toe-to-toe in battles of wits and magic with his evil twin, all while keeping his secrets and doing his best to play the timeline so that this time the Dark Lord could be defeated. John Potter was quite comfortable with danger. He was even comfortable visiting a girl's bedroom. It wasn't as though he hadn't done it before. He was John Potter, the boy who lived, at least as far as anyone else needed to know. He was the most popular boy in his year, star Quidditch player. Witches loved him. If he hadn't been snatched from the Triwizard Tournament and died in the graveyard, he'd have been sleeping with Ginny for the first time that very night. The fact that Ginny now hated him still burned, but he just couldn't bring himself to fully give up on her. She was still open, still a possibility. Ginny wasn't betrothed yet, and if he could find a way to snatch that from Harry, then he was sure he could show Ginny just how much he loved her, and she would eventually accept him again. Dumbledore had often said that love was one of the most powerful magics that existed, that it was love that would eventually defeat the Dark Lord. He'd never before considered the possibility there might be such a thing as too much love. Sweat continued to roll down his neck. The girl's bedroom in question featured an awful lot of dark greens, blues and black. It was also a girl's bedroom that, if someone had asked him only a year ago, he'd have called them insane for suggesting he'd ever be caught dead in it, or at least in the house the girl's bedroom happened to be in. This time last year, he hadn't even known the girl herself existed. John was sitting cross-legged on the girl's bed while the girl herself was moving sticky charmed cards around on a massive slate blackboard hung up on the far wall. Chiran, such as thing as too much love. Such a thing as too much love. Thank you very much. He'd never before considered the possibility there might be such a thing as too much love. Okay, John was sitting cross-legged on the girl's bed while the girl herself was moving sticky charmed cards around on a massive slate blackboard hung up on the far wall. Now, the political situation is being very tricky and must be navigated with skill, but Virgo believes that the upcoming Wizengamot session will be the perfect opportunity to activate our little trap and give Skeeter the memories saying that Harry Potter is Lord Slytherin and how to be proving it. From there, she will do the rest. Virgo whipped around and stared at him with a fire that was simultaneously arousing and unnerving. Eat more! Ginny must eat more? John... Even I'm messing this up. Eat more! John must eat more! John must be strong! Why is John not eating? John had been trying to keep his mouth closed while a levitating spoon filled with perfectly seasoned bicorn insistently prodded at the edge of his lips. He'd already eaten what felt like half the magic cow, and if he ate any more, he felt like he was going to explode. He opened his mouth to answer. I think... The spoon had taken the opportunity to lunge inside. A few choking swallows later, and John managed to forcibly dislodge the flying silverware. Virgo, that's enough! If I eat any more, I'll die! Virgo waved nonchalantly. John is exaggerating. Virgo has calculated the exact amount of food that will cause John's death, and we are not close yet. Virgo will not feed John lethal amounts of food. Virgo loves John. Virgo will kill other people for John. Another bead of sweat rolled downwards. Hey, look, it's not that I don't appreciate it. I do, really. Like, having a pretty witch cook food for you, I'm pretty sure there's every guy's dream. But it's not like Potter Manor doesn't have house elves. Virgo pouted. Actually pouted. John was sure he'd never seen Virgo pout. Ever. It was kind of like seeing a Dementor giggle. And given what he knew to be going on here, wasn't that far from the truth. They are being amateurs, Virgo declared. They is not having... She paused. They do not have wizard greatness in mind when creating culinary masterpieces. How does eating half a bicorn make me a better wizard? Magic is stored in lean body mass. More mass equals more magic. More protein equals more muscle mass, equals more magic, equals greater wizard. Also, more buff equals more sexy. My John will not only be great wizard, but also buff wizard. Buff John. Virgo smiled at him with half-lidded eyes, long enough to make John rather uncomfortable. He described Virgo as pretty before, and she was, but while John had been happy to have girls his age hanging around him, he hadn't been planning to actually do anything about it until he at least got back to where he'd been before dying. Virgo looked like if he gave her the green light, she'd rip her clothes off and jump him right here, right now. Admittedly, her own consciousness was older than even his, but that didn't change the fact that the girl staring at him like he was the last lollipop in the shop was wearing the body of a 12-year-old. He loosened the collar around his neck with a finger. Don't you also have to lift weights to grow muscle? Ah, yes! Virgo snapped her finger and a parchment appeared from thin air. Here, Virgo also has your workout schedule, your homework schedule, your dueling schedule, your occlumency schedule, your animagus schedule, your Virgo schedule, your other girls schedule, your Quidditch schedule, your networking schedule, your family magic schedule. Sweat was no longer running down John's neck. It sprinted, as though desperate to get away from the host that secreted it. Virgo! Virgo was halfway through describing how she had combined his sartorial schedule with her own, which she had suddenly become a lot more interested in. Apparently, she'd booked him to go shopping in Diagon Alley the weekend after next. The idea that he might not be allowed to leave Hogwarts so many weekends in a row apparently hadn't occurred to her, or that her father might get pissy. Lord Malfoy certainly hadn't been thrilled when he'd arrived through his flu. And since the Malfoy patriarch had pulled her out of Hogwarts after the Basilisk incident, Virgo suddenly had a lot more freedom with her time. Given the whole free house elf situation that she'd informed him of the moments they first saw each other again in the aftermath, John wasn't altogether sure if having that much free time was a good thing or not. You were talking about a Wizengamot session? John said, trying to steer the conversation back on track and away from himself. Virgo relayed to him everything that was on the docket. John's eyes widened. Are you saying, he began. Virgo smirked. That part of her at least hadn't changed. Virgo is saying that if ever there was an opportunity to move your brother into a political situation that would make us outing him as Lord Slytherin do the most damage, it could very well be being... Virgo smacked herself hard. For some reason, John found that action far hotter than anything else she'd done so far. It could very well be at this Wizengamot session. John felt his heart speed up. This could be it. Virgo grinned. This could be it. We could out Harry. Virgo nodded. We could destroy Lord Slytherin, restore the timeline, and become the greatest power couple the wizarding world has ever seen. John nodded to himself. The Grey Secret really was the key to everything. Break that in the right way, and everything else would fall into place. It might even be the key to getting Ginny back. Although, given the way Virgo was currently acting and the history between the two, he probably shouldn't say that last bit out loud. And we are done! That is the end of the chapter 75, I believe. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to make a copy of that. I'm going to post that to the Discord. Hand it off to Svu. Do I need an author note? I don't think we do need an author note. Actually, hang on. Let me just make one here. Okay, author note. Let me see. What should I say? Missed a writing session last week. Hang on, no. My current schedule is to publish one chapter each time the private backlog gets to 20 releases, 20 minor releases. Had 2 last week, so. Oh, actually, no. I'm not going to bother. I'll let the. I'm not going to explain that. I'm just going to let the. I'm just going to let the thing. I will be busy with Lego. Don't disturb me. No. I don't know. Had 2 last week, so public release this week. Most likely another public release next week. I will be on stream for the next hour or so if you want to join me. Okay, that should be good. Don't make a schedule. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I could just get rid of this and... Yeah, I shouldn't do a schedule. Should be... And the players are moving their pieces into position. I will be on stream for the next hour or so if you want to join me. Yeah, that's fine. That should be good. I think that's fine. Okay, right. Okay, I'm going to move this to the countdown stream. Actually, no, I'm not. Hang on a minute. Can I... How did I give this to you last time, Svu? Give you the HTML. Okay. Save as HTML? I'm pretty sure I didn't do that. Nope. I believe you copy-pasted it to DPaSW.com. Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah. I created a book for and asked questions. Yes, that's what I did. Yes, thank you. So I just copy all of this, go into DPaSW.com and make a new chapter. Right. Got it. Nope, wrong again. Let's try again. There we go. Create new chapter. That should be chapters. So that's just the Grey Secret Chapter 1. And this should be the Grey's Secret Chapter 1, Chapter 2. Okay, and chapter number 2. The ID is... What do I put for the ID? I should update the follower goal on Twitch as well. Yes, I should do that. We got a whole bunch of new followers after yesterday. Sorry, after the week before last. I should do that. Just not now. We'll focus on this first. Also, that editing only took less than an hour. Simply post it, you'll fix everything. Okay then. I can do that. And I'll put the author note down here. And you can decide whether or not you want the author note to actually be in the DPaSW channel or not. I think I believe that you've set up something on DPaSW.com so that the last chapter always has like a specific note at the end of it. But I'll post the... Oh, hang on. It says please fill out the URL. So what do I put for the URL? Just like a copy of the title? Yes, and it's automatically put... Oh, hang on, but I need to get rid of the hyphen. Okay. Okay, that's done. Just check to see how that looks. It's not on there though. I don't see it on the list of things. Oh, it's off. I need to turn it on. Okay, I've turned it on. Now it's there. Cool. Excellent. Okay, so while you're doing that, we are going to switch over to Hogwarts Legacy and see if we can continue our adventures through a somewhat questionably world-built 18th century version of Hogwarts but nevertheless with good story, bad world building, but good cutscenes is the opinion that I've got on this so far, and beautiful environments. Right? World building, a bit iffy, intriguing cutscenes, beautiful environment. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can load this. I'm going to have to close up a whole bunch of screens here first, though, because I don't want to try loading Hogwarts Legacy and I just crashed the music. Oh, well, whatever. Dupe. Give me the Hogwarts of the Legacy. Loading. And here we want to put it on the game. Oh, right, I forgot that I had the... Wait, isn't that the game? It's... Why is it... I mean, we've got that. Hang on, is this it? No. Why is my... Why can I not see myself? Yeah, the face is gone. I don't know where the face... I don't know where the face is... Video capture device. No, that's not what we want. Am I in the wrong scene? DPaSW editing. Window capture scene. Is this it? No. No. Count. Not AI editing. Yeah, I'm not sure why the face is gone. But what I do know is that we need to switch the category from Let's Do Writing to Hogwarts Legacy. Audience, everyone? Well, possibly. I do not meet the minimum requirements to use this feature. There we go. Yeah, I know I've gone. I'm trying to fix this. If I go back to DPaSW editing, if I click on this maybe, copy this back into the game. Ah, there we go. That'll do the job. Yeah, that works. Okay. So, also we didn't crash. I'm amazed that the game works. Like, we've got the game to work. I'm so unbelievably happy that it's reliably loading. Nah, Sphere hasn't sent me back to the dungeon. Also, yes, I appreciate that the last update I did for Dodging Prisoner Stealing Witches was a bit of a cock tease. I appreciate that. I appreciate it was a bit of a cliffhanger. This is just the what you get
Assuming
when you
it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She's a good one to know.
She's a good one to know. Yeah, this is what you get when you get small updates. Not every update can be a clean cut. Like, sometimes when we're leading up to like a cliffhanger, you're inevitably going to get like some releases that are just a bit cock teasing. Right. Can we run? Yes. Remind ourselves. Lumos.
Levioso.
Levioso.
Reparo.
Accio. That's the zoom, the things. And I can dodge. Can I dodge?
Protego.
Oh, hang on. Protego is a... Okay, so I can Protego. And E is anything E? No. Okay. Now, what were we doing? Let's see what we were doing. Quests. I believe we were done. We needed to go back to Hogwarts? No. Follow Sebastian to the 3 broomsticks. Okay. Now, where was the 3 broomsticks? Last time we had just finished up a series of story scenes in which our evil dude in top hat met with Goblin Rebellion King person, and presumably there's some conniving going on there. And then the person who wanted to kidnap us, because we are special, because of course we're special, they made a play to kidnap us inside of the 3 broomsticks, I think, and everyone sort of leapt to our defense and said, "No, we will not let you run off with the Actually, how old are we? I think we're 16, aren't we? We will not let you, creepy old dude, just run off with the 16-year-old girl. You know, we're going to stand up and pull our wands on you."
Protego.
Well, Protego apparently is a sphere. It's a sphere that is around you. You get full 360-degree protection. You know, so you can, presumably, if someone like tries to snipe you in the head with like a bullet to the brain, like a sniper rifle, it'll just like crash into you like you're those psychers in that 40k animation. Now, where are we and where are we going? Oh, I guess this time I'm just going to follow the map. Ah, hello there, fellow Slytherin. I shall walk with you. You know, if I thought that the writers in this story had any balls, I'd wonder whether or not this guy was going to be a love interest. Oh, we have to do this again. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. So, Mr. Top Hat Guy speaking with Mr. Goblin
You
Guy.
said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
We're the protagonists, bro.
All you need to know is, that if you cannot get
Can't
to
you
the
figure that
child,
out?
then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
I still don't understand why we randomly decided to listen in on this conversation.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that
You are
goblin doing with
blind,
Victor
girl. They
Rookwood?
absolutely saw you.
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere.
Apparently, we recognized.
Quickly,
Top
let's get
Hat
inside
guy,
the
so
three
maybe
broomsticks.
That's why we tailed him. I must have missed. I must be forgetting like an
It's
earlier
a treat
scene
to
where
see
we
you,
learned
Lodgok.
about him.
I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Oh yeah,
Thank you,
it's a woman
Serona.
who's
You
like
be well.
voice acting is really weird. It's really and that lighting. It's like where is the light coming from that is shining on us? I guess it's like we are illuminated in like the
No,
I mean,
what can
really,
I...
we should be bathed in shadow.
Oh.
There.
There's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me.
Oh yeah.
Heard about the attack.
You drink.
I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one. Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thank you for this.
My
That's what
pleasure.
we get. We get a thank you.
I will say,
Well done.
trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before.
Has it not?
Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are...
Yeah, these ones.
How timely.
Yeah, she's not impressed. She's like, yeah, took down a troll. Yeah,
Was that
whatever.
Lodgok I saw leaving just now?
You weren't even 11. What are you doing?
Your clientele's not what it used to be,
Somewhere in the
Serona.
future, someone's
Not to
going
worry,
take down
Victor.
like an 11-year-old in
Once
the
the two of you
bathroom.
leave, the caliber of my clientele will
You're 16,
greatly
girl.
improve.
It's like so
I
yesterday.
wouldn't
you should be,
do
like,
that if I
fighting
were you,
dragons,
Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics.
like. Although we did escape.
I'm only here for this one anyway.
You're here for
My
us.
friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The Three Broomsticks isn't what it used to be.
Theophilus. That's a
Let's take
name
up
and a
galleons
half,
elsewhere.
that is. Theophilus.
Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Is that supposed to be menacing? Can't drink butterbeer forever. It's like, ooh. When they talk, we can't
Seems
hear
you've
you.
made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls? Ranrock and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
Me?
I promise to tell you everything. But it's perhaps best I do that later.
Rowling call, yeah.
And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle.
Sure thing, my dude. Yeah, like I was saying, if I thought these writers had any balls, then I'd wonder whether or not this guy was going to be a romantic interest. But I don't think they do. Ads? Ads? What time is it? Oh, is it, our ads about to start, or we haven't started them yet? Is there anything here? Back to the castle. Lower High Street. Lower High Street. Classic.
I'm
Oh, in 3
certainly
minutes,
glad
right.
Serona was there. Told you she was one of the good ones.
I can see that. She didn't seem at all intimidated by Rookwood and Harlow.
I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights. But we can talk later. For the moment, we should return
Well,
to the
it's 'cause we're
castle.
obviously-
Professor
it's 'cause we're
Weasley's certain to hear about the troll
unbelievably
attack
hot. Why
soon
else?
if she hasn't already. Don't want to risk another
Everyone's
detention
after
for
us.
getting back
Look at
after
us.
hours.
You must return to your common room for the night. What is this? It's got a curfew? Select the Hogwarts map button to switch to the Hogwarts map. Quick travel? In my immersive RPG? Oh, hell no. No. Oh, I have to... Fast travel to your common room. No. It's not going to let me. It's going to force me to do it. It's going to force me to fucking apparate into Hogwarts. My immersion is broken. They have flu networks everywhere. Okay, yeah, we have flu networks. Yeah, okay. Fast travel to the common room. Okay, where's the common room? The library annex, the bell tower wing, the astronomy wing, the grand staircase, the south wing, the great hall. Where's my common room? Our common room's in the basement. We're Slytherin. Am I blind? I feel like I'm blind. Whatever, we'll go to the Great Hall. No, we won't. Astronomy wing? No. Ads in 1 minute. Yeah, don't worry. By the time we get the ads, we'll still be running around trying to find the common room. Flu Flames location, Slytherin common room. Oh, hang on. Flu Flames location, Slytherin common room. So, yes, no? We can't travel to any of these places. Exit. I don't have any locations. Like, I literally have no locations. Hang on, I've got this one right here. Oh, there it is. Found it. It's what happens when you put dark green on a dark green background. Okay, ads are now online. Okay, we'll be back in about 3 minutes then, okay? We'll get up and have a walk around. Okay, we're back. We are back from the ad break. Let's get back into this. Hang on a minute. Can I? Oh, you have received an owl post. Okay, we've received an owl post. Let's see what someone has to say to us. Pardon me. Outpost will be sent when characters you've met have requests or updates for you. Okay, quest updates, in other words. Select Professor Fig to see his outpost. Short! Not even like a sign-off, just come see me. I've discovered something in the locket we found at Gringotts. It's a good thing I know who sent it, isn't it? I mean... I guess it's like reasonably cryptic. It's like we're being very like cloak and dagger about this. I guess it's very Slytherin, so yeah. Come see me. I've discovered something in the locket we found at Gringotts. Okay. Now, where the hell's Professor Fig? Although we do have to sleep, don't we? Isn't that why we're here? Because we have to go to sleep? Although I say that, but where are all the other students? I mean, presumably we don't get this all to ourselves. Incidentally, this is not quite how I imagined, like, the dormitories for the Slytherin common room, like in Dodging Prisoners, Stealing Witches, but only because I imagined my version to be slightly closer together. But otherwise, this is actually pretty good as, like, what I imagine it to look like. This is actually, like, pretty good. Although, I didn't imagine it to be quite so large, quite so high. I imagined it to be just a little bit smaller. They're Victorian, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they are. I mean, but this hasn't changed since, like, freaking... Like, in 200 years, I think this still looks the same, right? Now, how do I go to bed? Oh, I can just read the mail. Oh, well, I've already done that. Eat food. Again, we don't have survival mode, so eating is a bit redundant. We just live off of the magical force of our own greatness, because, you know, we're Slytherins. I'm going to walk very slowly over to this bed here. No. Okay, am I wrong in thinking that we actually have to, like, go to sleep? Or do we just... You have returned to your common room. Time has passed. I mean, what happens if we try and leave? Are we going to get, like, Filch saying, hey, it's curfew, get back in your bedroom, you little ingrat? Maybe not. Can I run? Yes, I can run. Let's stop walking everywhere. Let's do some jogging. Jog, 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 jog. I am so bouncy. I've just realised, I mean, my character is really very, very bouncy. Okay, everyone is chilling. No one is going to bed. Fuck bed. Bed is for peasants and paws. No Filch, right? Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have Filch. Because it's like 200 years in the past. We have someone else. I don't know, Victorian Filch. Filch was already pretty Victorian. It's not morning. Isn't it the morning? Yeah, it must be. But I mean, we're supposed to be underwater, right? If I go here, shouldn't this be like the lake? Yeah, this is the lake. But it's bright outside, so doesn't that mean that it must be daytime, I guess? I do love this atmosphere, and I do love these windows. This right here, like this area here is where like all the court stuff in Dodging Prisoners, Stealing Witches happens. This whole area. And somewhere around here there's like a throne that Lord Slytherin put in place. Hey, what's up here? Oh, is this... No, this isn't the dormitories, is it? Did I just come from it? I think I might. No, this is the... Oh, wow. Very nice. House chest. Place. Locked. Ah, Slytherin dungeon. We need to go and see Professor Fig because we have been sent a... Oh, that's a quest for later. Cassius, are you planning to incorporate anything from the game into the story? I will decide that on an as I find it basis. Like if there's something really cool and it makes sense for the story and it's like already been sort of world built in place, then maybe, yeah, potentially. But just because something's in the story, just because something's in the game, that doesn't mean automatically that I'm going to integrate it into the story. We'll have to see. Also, Svu, all posted on the various sites. Thank you very much. Excellent. That has been done. So now we are officially in chill mode. There we go. Yeah, that's better. God, I love this area. I love just everything about this is just so nice. Although it is unfortunate that in a computer game, they don't seem to have tried to replicate the description that J.K. Rowling gave of Hogwarts in the first week that Harry was there, right? Like in the first week that Harry arrives at Hogwarts, the place is described almost in terms of like an M. Escher painting, right? It's like there are trapdoors and staircases that whiz around, and you can walk through walls, and like sometimes there are places that go different places on a Tuesday, or you have to tickle something in the right place, you know, like there doesn't seem to be any of that in this, and that's a real shame, because I understand why for the movies they didn't bother to do that, right? For the movies I understand why they didn't bother to do that, but this is a computer game. In a computer game you can make the laws of physics do anything you want, right? They really could have gone all in on Hogwarts as a kind of like weird magical, like you need the mini-map to get around. Now I guess they did that for playability reasons, because it could be quite frustrating maybe for people who need to constantly try and find their way around and they keep getting lost. And okay, fine, maybe that could be a problem, but again, that's kind of the point, isn't it? He says when he walking up and down because he actually isn't sure where he needs to go. I think maybe down here. The central hall. The professors. Oh, but this is so nice. Look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh. There we go. Experience. Halfway through level 5.
Do you think it's possible to spend time with any of the merpeople on the lake?
Again, all the comments that people are making are just references. Like, do you think it's possible for students to spend any time with merpeople in the lake? That's a thing that happened in Harry Potter and the Goblets of Fire. You know, it's like everything is a reference. There doesn't appear to be much that is like new world building. I guess you do have to like strike a balance, but oh, hang on, there's a cat. We better pet it. Oh yeah. Meow. We like our cats. We are Alexandra Black. We very much like our cats. Transfiguration classroom. Okay. Professor Fig, though, is... Oh, that's a locked, and we don't have the ability to unlock that. Professor Fig is the charms professor, right? Am I right in thinking that? I think I am.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Oh, I take my word back. That's something new that I haven't known about before. What is this? Hang on. The Daedalian keys? The Daedalian keys are back. Nellie Ogspire. Talk to me.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
I'm Nelly, and I'm an NPC. I'm an NPC expositing at a protagonist in a computer game. Oh dear. Yeah, it's a quest for the chest. Okay, yeah, I'll look into it.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them.
I've never met you, but I'm going to give you a quest.
I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Yeah, because I can't be bothered to do it myself. We've got a magical treasure hunt that only happens every few years in the castle, and I'm just going to give you the instructions and then just no one else is going to do anything about it. We're going to let you, random student, handle all of it. I'm going back into the transfiguration classroom. This is not where I'm supposed to be. Also, does this door go both ways? This door folds both ways. Those hinges are, well, magic. Damn, those hinges. Where can I get hinges that do that? Reference to flying keys in book 1. Yeah, that's a good point. They did have the flying keys in book 1, didn't they? Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. Ah, it's Professor Fig, our Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. Here, maybe? You are some creepy looking orbs. Hello? Okay, I am where the minimap asked me to go. What now? Accio?
Levioso.
God, the animation. Oh. Can I get a spin? Spin, girl, spin! You just did a pirouette. Do another one.
Lumos. Reparo. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso.
No.
Reparo. Levioso.
There's a page with the dragon.
Lumos. Protego. Reparo. Accio. Reparo.
Where's the Revelio? Oh, it's R.
Revelio.
Ah.
Accio.
No, have to be up there.
Revelio.
There we go. Hebridean Black Skeleton. Guide pages. This large dragon skeleton that hangs in the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom is allegedly a trophy taken by Professor Hecat after she single-handedly defeated one of the largest poaching rings in eastern Wales during the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. Yeah, of course, we didn't kill it ourselves because that would be, I don't know, wrong? I don't know, maybe? Had to be poachers. It couldn't be that we do, like, hunting stuff. Our 18th century dragon skeleton was ethically sourced, I'll have you know. Wouldn't want to give the wrong impression. Yeah, no animal cruelty here, exactly. Well, the only people who shoot animals here are the bad guys. Same stars where Lockhart enters from. Oh, is that in the movie? Never forgot what that Hufflepuff girl said in 1420. Okay. At this point, I'm just like walking around, like finding cool things to find, and just running across things. Like there's something to speak. There's someone who wants to say something over here, allegedly. Is it you? No. Is it under the stairs? Is it a cupboard under the stairs?
Revelio.
That would be a reference, wouldn't it? The speech marker has just vanished. Level 2 lock. Huh. Well, there was someone who had something to say there, but they appear to have, like, gone. Okay. I should pay more attention to trying to find this thing. Okay, I'll look at the map, okay? We'll look at the map. Okay, the locket's secret. Fine. Show me where it is. Track quest. Is that it? Is it going to show me an arrow now? No. I know you can, like, cheat and get it to send you, like, an arrow to where to go. Zoom, change map, rotate back. Is it E, maybe? No. No, that's not it. You can set waypoints in the map. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but when I click on this quest here, the locket's secret, it gives me the path. But it's not immediately obvious where the path is. I think it said go down. Maybe. Is it in here? No, that's locked. Man, here was me just talking about how I wished that Hogwarts was more maze-like, like the description in the first book, and now here's me unable to find the place I'm going to.
Gardens at Hogwarts.
Nope.
Do you think garlic green too?
Go, you just fall in love with this. How do I do this?
Revelio. Lumos. Levioso. Accio.
I don't think we've got that one yet. Oh, hang on, can I... Leviosa, Accio, Lumos, Reparo. I don't think we've got... Oh, there we go. Here it is. Oh, no, that's the conjuring spell. No, no. Pendo. We don't appear to have the unlocking spell. Because I can't immediately find it. Oh, Imperio. Oh, we've got the unforgivable curses. Oh, we can commit torture. Wonderful. So all of our dragons are ethically sourced, but here, have literally the worst torture spell ever devised by humanity. And the fact that the example that they are given shows a student literally using it on another student is absolutely amazing. You can't open the eye chest until you learn disillusionment. Okay, fair enough. Queenie, it could do with more variation of large and small spaces, narrow and wide. Yeah, I think it could, couldn't it? Yeah, I could totally see like a massive hall, like, and then like a tiny little like a secret passageway. Okay, yeah, that's definitely Hogwarts. Like, that's the castle. And my target is somewhere in there. Let's get back into the castle. So I just look at the outside and I'm like, oh my god, it's so pretty. Let me go frolic in nature. That's not what I'm doing. Also, yay for having no stamina bar. Get in. Go on.
I think I'll go.
I think, doesn't the arrow above the thing mean that it's on an upper floor? Maybe I should be trying to go up. That's a stair that's going up. Let's go up. It's still, the arrow above the icon's still going up, so let's continue to go up. Okay, yes, that is indeed a indicator of whether or not you need to go up or down. Because the Slytherin common... Oh no, the Slytherin... No, it's not. It might be.
Revelio.
What is this thing on the map? It's not any of these. Must be still upstairs. Oh, there's more stairs. Upstairs. What floor are we on now? Like the 6th? Oh, no. This is the floor. This is the right floor. We're on the right floor. Damn. I think we found it. Is this it? Please let this be it. Professor Fig's classroom! We found it! Ah, my god. Right. Okay, now. Conspirator. I have arrived. And that is a very clear indication that I am to go in here. Press F to wait. Okay. Let's watch the movie. Oh, did the stairs move? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I'm supposed to talk. Okay. I've waited, now I talk.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow, like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have, had Serona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
See, I do like how articulate our character is. Our character might be a little bit too articulate for Alexandra Black, but if this was Daphne Greengrass, maybe not quite articulate enough for Daphne Greengrass, but like there's definitely up there, right? Gotta go. Okay, thanks very much. It was good having you with us, Jedi Pilot. Okay, this is grave news. Indeed, if Ragnarok's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found involved. Ranrock and Rookwood want the locket. Sir, about the goblins at Gringotts. I don't know what these icons next to the text mean. Do they imply that... If I press this question mark, does this imply that I'm asking a question? Or does this imply that... there's an unknown consequence to going in this particular dialogue tree? Well, let's be coy about this.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
Then who is? Seriously, if the goblins aren't followers of Ranrock, then what other goblin-like enclave or settlement or population in magical Britain is going to participate in this uprising? Is there like a goblin town that we don't know about somewhere? World building coming on soon, chaps, I can tell
They're
this.
after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. The restricted section, to be precise. And a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
We have magic.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
You see, I really do like the framing of this. Like, there is a reason why we're the protagonist, right? We do have a special magic sense, and this is interwoven into the story in such a way as to make our presence in the story actually make sense. And I do like that.
I should come back to this another time.
I should come back to this another time, should I? Well, we've got a little bit of more time to go on. Hang on, well, we've still got something going on here. Pardon me. Also, this guy really needs to, like, learn what bookshelves are for. Seriously. I mean, look at this. How the hell do you find anything in this? I mean, I'm a book lover, and I totally get these piles of books, but this is something else. Really is. Also, you appear to have Beaubaton's student uniform hats put up in your on your coat rack, Mr. Wizard. Is there something that you want to tell us, perhaps? See if you can Accio everything. Good idea.
Perhaps I'll come back to this. Here. Revelio.
Anything to Revelio? I meant the books, so you don't need to order or sort them. Ah, right. Oh, fine. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Provided, of
I
course,
don't think
that
I
works.
can do this now. Best to come back.
Incidentally, am I mad? Right? Am I mad, or is the use of Merlin as an expletive or a like replacement for God in like speech? Is that actually canon? Because I remember thinking many times that this was a fan fiction thing. This was something that had been added to. This was something that had been added, like in the fan fiction, like came up with the whole by Merlin or Merlin. What about this? Or like using Merlin as an expletive. I thought that was a fan fiction thing. I don't think that ever like appeared in the books. It being used here does make me think that this might be an example of like fan fiction being promoted to canon. POA. God, this place is going to the dogs. Malfoy said loudly. Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that this was a fan fiction thing. You think Ron used it in the movies? Ah. Triwizard Tournament. My God, Diggory. Fudge whispered. Dumbledore. He's dead. Goblets of Fire. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. I thought that. But Ron says Merlin in the movies. Okay. Bill, thank God. Thank God, says Mrs. Weasley, deathly hollows. Yeah, so this is definitely a promoted to canon thing. Even if it was used in the movies, like this was definitely like not in the books. Also saving. Okay, so we've got like Welcome to Hogwarts, but we've also got another quest now for the Defense Against the Dark Arts, which we're actually quite close to that. So let's go to the quests and see whether or not... Welcome to Hogwarts. Talk to Professor Fig. We've talked to Professor Fig. Hang on, is there like another Talk to Professor Fig thing that we haven't done? Somewhere else. Return to the quest area, 14 seconds, 12 seconds, 10, 11. Okay, well, we're going to return to the quest. Rip, yeah. Am I going to die? Well, that's one way to fail a quest. Okay, Merlin's beard, Moody whispered, staring at the map, his magical eye going haywire. This is some map, Potter. Okay, so basically, some people say Merlin, some people say God. But Merlin is generally... Okay, so generally speaking, Merlin is associated with Merlin's beard, rather than Oh Merlin as another name for God. Okay. Let me try again. This way it'll teleport me, hopefully, to the place where the quest is happening. Okay. But this is Professor Fig's classroom.
Accio! Revelio.
Am I missing something here? Are you telling me that it is in fact like there is another...
I should come back to this another time.
I should come back to this another time. Oh, I'm locked into the quest that I was on originally. I can't do the Welcome to Hogwarts quest while I'm stuck in this instanced quest line. I think that's what's going on. Okay, so we're going to the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom then. Hang on, isn't that the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom though? Or is this... No, this is a very, very clear and obvious girls' bathroom. Well, maybe not a girls' bathroom, but... No, it is a girls' bathroom. No, it's not a girls' bathroom. It's a boys' bathroom. We're in the boys' bathroom. Let's get out of here. So, where do I go from here? Okay, so, secrets of the restricted section. Must learn the fire-making charm to continue this story. Okay. Professor Hackett, assignment 1. Professor Hackett would like to speak to me about some additional assignments. Rewards Incendio. Rewards Disillusionment. Ah, we can learn Disillusionment from that one. Okay. Ah, set waypoints. Okay. No. That's not... Okay, that's not what I want. Okay. Can I remove the waypoint? Track quest. Set waypoint. No. There. There we go. There we don't go. Hang on, is that a flute? Press V. V does nothing. Maybe I probably turned them off. Last time we were playing, I probably turned them off to increase immersion. I think that's probably what I did. Hang on a minute. We're going to turn them back on again now, because if I don't turn them back on, we're going to be here literally all year. No. This game has an arachnophobia mode as well. Dear. Okay, fair enough. Zardetta! Hey there, my man. Welcome. Good to have you with us. We're trying to figure out how to get the waypoints that we turned off last stream to turn back on again. I guess I could reset to defaults. It must be here under gameplay options. It's not. Ah, user interface options. Here we go. Show quest notifications on. Show HUD tracking icons on. There we go. That should now do the job. I mean, kind of. I mean, that helps a bit. That sort of helps. I'm not sure how much that actually helps. Isn't that literally where I just came from? That is literally where I just came from.
Perhaps I'll come back to this.
Perhaps I'll come back to this. Wait, are you telling me I have to quest grind? So are you telling me I have to, like, level? Like, we have to grind levels, maybe? No, that's not right. I'm sure that, like, the level requirements for the current quest we're on is, like, level 2 or something ridiculously low.
Off on another adventure, are we? Revelio. Protego. Revelio.
How do we activate? What's our use key?
Lumos.
Is it T?
Revelio.
No. E? Is it E? E? Give me an E. How do I activate this thing? No, that just tells me what it was before. Ah, F is the use key. Right. Apparently I can't use that. Yeah, I'm not sure these icons are actually helpful. I think I'm going to turn them back off again. All they're doing is just being ugly. Can we... Okay. Okay, so I have to go down and then across and up. I think. I've got the wrong quest selected. No, I don't, do I? I'm sure I've got the right quest selected. I need to go to visit Professor Heckert, right? This is the one I need. So I need to go down. This is down. And we have gone it. Then I need to go down again and maybe up on the other side. There we go. We got there in the end. Professor Hecat.
I believe we have some matters to discuss.
Ah, you're the one who didn't kill the dragon. Yes, I remember this now.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Andrew!
Professor Fig
Welcome to the stream.
indicated a
Good to have you with
certain
us.
urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
Go do my chores. Then I'll do my
You
job.
know where to find me once you've finished.
Win 2 rounds of crossed wands. Complete a round of spell combination practice with Lucan Brattleby. Wow. Also, is Alex having bad sense of direction canon? I feel like it could be. Honestly, with Alexandra's with her character and like the way that I try to portray her character, having a bad sense of direction wouldn't necessarily be like out of character for the image that I have of her. You wish you made a game of dueling versus other people. Yeah, PvP, Hogwarts PvP game with like actual
Seems
dueling.
crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Yeah, not only is it not a secret, but I'm being asked to like go win a couple rounds. I assume cross wands is like the unofficial dueling tournament or the unofficial dueling ring. Oh Jesus Christ! It's all the way over there. So we need to go speak to Lucan Brattleby about the secret dueling club. Oh, this is going to be a challenge, is it? I'm about to completely show how rubbish I am at the combination of both playing computer games and streaming at the same time. Not an easy combination of skills, though, as I'll have you know. But we will do our best. But first we're going to get lost, because that's tradition. I really wish that I could go forward by pressing like my... Actually, can I change my keybinds so that I can alter auto-run? Does auto-run even exist in this game? Probably not. Oh, what's this? Reparo?
Reparo.
Ah! Yep, people break stuff all the time over here. It's what happens when you have an instant repair spell. There's no consequences for your actions, so people will just break shit. Yes, I'm aware that we already went here. I'm trying to figure out how to get to that pin mark on the map. No, this is not the right way.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing.
Oh, piss off, Graunt. Ominous. Also, Ominous Gaunt. What a name. I mean, they went for J.K. Rowling's naming conventions and like turned it up to 11 with that one, didn't they? Ominous Gaunt. Jesus Christ. This is the Transfiguration classroom. See, if I run around long enough, I'll eventually just like learn where everything is just by, you know, getting it wrong enough times. Okay, so that was the Transfiguration classroom. Inside there is all of like dark art stuff. And just check where I am on the map right now. Okay, so I'm now out in the courtyard. So I need to go... Can I... Okay, so I need to go up into this tower here, and then I need to cross over the bridge. Okay, so... I need to go into this one. We need to go up here. Get in here. We need to go upstairs. A few stairs at least. And we need to find the bridge.
I really have made a mess of things.
Have you? Okay, well, go on. Tell me your life story.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for
I'm
asking.
Cressida, by the
I'm
way.
a nerd.
And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I
I'm
must
not
have confused
Hermione.
the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
Yeah, I'm Hermione with grey hair. She's even in freaking Gryffindor.
That sounds a rather complicated way to simply avoid carrying your books.
Yeah.
Possibly. But where's the fun in simplicity? New charms and spells have to come from someone. Why not me? I collect the books and remove the charm myself. Except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around.
Madame
So she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
I think you massively underestimate librarians, girl.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands.
Dun dun dun.
If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Now, how generous do we think we want to be to the writers of this story? How generous? How much confidence do we have in the writers of this story that they're not going to use that diary for some nefarious purpose? I need to find the... yeah, I appreciate you want me to help in the library, girl, but I actually need to find a bridge. This doesn't look like a bridge.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books.
Oh, it's the library.
Accio!
Okay,
Got
well, I
it.
guess I'll do... I
Only
guess
4 more
I'm
to
here,
go.
so... Yeah, I'll get your books. I'm honestly not entirely sure why this girl couldn't do this herself.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Because it's not true. Magic is magic and reading is reading. They're not the same thing. It's like saying reading can be just as magical as... I don't know. Reading can be just as physical as playing rugby. Why can't students see that? It's like, no, it can't. Where are these? I've got 2 of them. Where are the other ones? You'll give them the benefit of a doubt. Okay. You're more generous than I am, Zardetta. I expect nothing but the worst. I mean, I say that. I mean, the general... Oh, there we go. Come in. Running in the library. Running in the library. Come in. Gotcha. 3 of 5. The general overall story for this game does actually seem to be kind of fun. Like, I am intrigued by what is going on, and I'm intrigued by the fact that our character has... Well, let's put it like this. the idea of someone having like magic sensing ability in the Harry Potter world. I mean, I appreciate that fan fiction has basically done everything that can be done, almost. Like, it certainly seems that fan fiction has done almost everything that can be done with the setting. But having like the main protagonist have a secret power that allows them to sense and to see magic is, you know, it's definitely up there on the sort of standard things that you can do with your Harry Potter protagonist when you're writing a fan fiction. It's like, what secret power do you want to give your Harry Potter protagonist? Well, you could have them be an animagus, special something like a dragon or a chimera or something like that. You could have them be an elementalist. You know, there are all kinds of things that you could do them that are very tropey. But one of those tropes is definitely they can see magic. I think I even wrote a very small introduction to a fan fiction that I posted on the Discord a little while back that had that as one of the options for a gamer Harry to play with. Is there another area that I'm missing? There! Come here! Got ya? We've got 4 or 5. There's just one more hiding around. There you are. Gotcha.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Aha, the diary. Today was a good day. That is, until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lacewing flies, had to empty my entire cauldron and start over again. He is such a menace. Thinks he knows everything there is to know about potions, always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiments. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, he would have been expelled by now. Arboroath Smokies again tonight for dinner? I'm becoming more partial to them now, although I still prefer meat pie. Okay, yeah, these two are going to start dating. Okay, yeah, so I found your diary, and amazingly enough, it wasn't actually like filled with nefarious stuff. It was filled with typical teenage problems, I guess. And we're still running in the library, and no one has told me off. Although the fact that the library is underground, or like on the, kind of throws me off a bit. Anyway, come here, nerd.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Yeah,
Oh, what a relief. Thank you.
Yeah, I totally
I'll happily
didn't read
take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Ha! Perhaps a reward to keep the diary secret. Or do we go? Do we like go full like Slytherin? Like not even Slytherin. Do we go full bully Slytherin, or do we? What would Alex do? Honestly, well, I don't know. I know what Harry would do. Harry would just like hand over the books. You see, the problem is that like Harry would hand over the books, but also say something to like remind them that like you're like that a debt is now owed, right? Like demanding an immediate reward is incredibly like uncouth, right? That is like, that's just like not the way you do this, right? But saying something that says, yeah, you now owe me something, right? That's perfectly okay, but that's not an option. That would be the truly Slytherin thing to say. The perhaps a reward to keep the diary secret, that's just being a bully. A bit of one, anyway. Yeah. Just got a new patron. Thank you very much, Mr. Patron. I'm not going to say their names out loud because I don't know if they want me to, but thank you very much, Mr. Patron, who has just signed up. Ads in 90 seconds. Ah, there are ads in 90 seconds, aren't there? Here you go.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Yeah. Well, Not as trustworthy as you may think. But... You see, I do wish that the dialogue options were a little bit more sophisticated. Mind you, there are sometimes I should play. I saw some clips for the new Warhammer, like the new Warhammer game, Rogue Trader. The dialogue options in that, they looked really well written. I didn't see many, but I saw a few, and the few that I saw made me think, that's really well done. Yeah. Add to live. Okay, in that case, we'll take a 3-minute break. We'll be back in 3 minutes, okay? Okay. And we are back. Mass Effect style, I'm not entirely sure. I've never played the Mass Effect games. I'm aware that the Mass Effect games are pretty liberal in terms of what you can do in them, but I've never played them, so I can't speak on the quality of the writing. Actually, Warhammer 40,000, more so Warhammer 40,000, less so Warhammer, but Warhammer to a certain extent as well. They've actually had a lot of games made of them. And generally speaking, the lore in the computer games is treated very well. Generally speaking, the people who make them, I mean, it's not always the case. Like there are a lot of examples of like Warhammer games that are pretty like poor in terms of their quality as games. But generally speaking, the way the lore is handled in Warhammer 40,000 computer games is quite on point. Rogue Trader, as one example, is very definitely like up there. The old Dawn of War games, I only played a couple of them, but they were very good. And I haven't played Space Marine, but I believe that's supposed to be really good as well. But in terms of like the actual numbers of like Warhammer computer games, there are a lot of them, like a very large number of them. Yeah, they definitely milked that one in terms of their licensing profit possibilities. Where are we going? We are trying to find our way to the bridge. I was originally trying to find a bridge to go over, wasn't I? Where are we now? We're there, and we appear to be heading in the wrong direction. Somehow I managed to go even further away than I thought. Oh. So I just went into the wrong building. Okay. So I need to turn around. So it is this way. So I need to go up these steps and find... Also, it appears to be dark. Does this mean
crossed ones isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Does this mean that I'm going to be like pinched for like breaking curfew? I mean, presumably not. This doesn't feel like the kind of game where that happens. Also, that's
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Sorry, who is that? Is that supposed to be Merlin? Because it's got a sort of Dumbledore look about it. I mean, but then again, I guess Dumbledore is just the... Oh, hang on. Did I just see a woman in a nightdress just descend into the floor? Was that a ghost? But then why isn't she below the floor there? I could have sworn I saw... whatever. No, there doesn't seem to be a way to use this one. I mean, presumably it's not upstairs, is it? Is there a way to get onto the bridge here? No, this is this place I just came from. So let's try going up another flight of stairs. No. Aha! There we go. Here's the bridge. We found the bridge. Okay. So it is on like the 3rd floor of that building. Okay. I'm gonna get there and they're gonna be like, yeah, it's too dark. Come back later.
Revelio.
Haunted toilets. Unless in dire straits, it's probably best to avoid this particular toilet, as it is allegedly one of Peeves' favourite pranking spots. Okay. Are you telling me that Moaning Myrtle evicted Peeves so that she could haunt the toilet that he was pranking in? Yeah, before Myrtle there was Peeves, exactly. It's like Myrtle is just like, piss off, this is my spot now. Oh, we leveled up! We be level 6. Oh, and is this the girls' bathroom? This is the girls' bathroom. Man, the girls get much better bathroom than the boys do. The boys' bathroom is all like dinky and creepy, while the girls is like furnished and...
we the loveliest of them all? And I don't say things I don't mean.
Damn, talking mirror, you could talk like... Yeah, that's some smooth talking mirror right there. Oh, some cash there. Okay, I take back what I said. This is disgusting. Yeah. You've got magic, people. You really should be able to do a better job than this. Who keeps cash in the bathroom? Yeah, in the public bathroom. Not even like their own personal bathroom, but just like a random public bathroom. Well, it's not a random public bathroom, I guess, but it is a... Oh, here we go. Another, Oh, what's this?
Revelio.
It's a statue of some kind.
Accio.
No.
Levioso.
No. Oh, yes! That was it. That was the one. Nice! I don't get anything to read? Okay. Fair enough. Here we go. And now we wait. This might be the last quest that we do for tonight. We're starting
Can I help you?
Sorry, what the hell just happened? Did I just like fall asleep and then just get up?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
Oh,
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones.
How
A dueling
old
club
are
of
you?
sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does crossed wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Okay, this guy's a rich kid. This guy's a serious rich kid.
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
Yeah, much better
I
than Quidditch.
agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like.
Honestly,
the first time I'll
if
pair
you
you
went
with
to
Sebastian.
Hogwarts...
Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Okay, seriously. If you went to Hogwarts, what would you do? Quidditch or dueling? Supposing you had to choose. Would it be Quidditch or would it be dueling? Me, personally, I think it'd be dueling.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
Especially seeing as what goes on in the
We'll
Wizarding
make
world
you
as well.
regret signing up.
Whoa! Oh, we're two on what? 2 on 2? Break through yellow shields with control spells like the levitation spell Leviosa. Target lock lets you track aim enemies without aiming. Use this and this to change targets while locked. What? You want me to take my hand off the mouse to use the arrow buttons? What is this? Yeah, dueling. That's what I thought. Dueling, yeah. Yeah, flying would be very cool. It would all depend on like what flying actually felt like, because no offense to, well, I don't know why anyone would be offended, but back in the real world, right? Back in the real world, flying on a broomstick will actually be incredibly uncomfortable, right? I mean, even if like the broomstick is like conformed to your shape and like it's ergonomically like formed to your body, you're still lying on a thin strip of wood. Duels are very impressive in Legacy. It looks amazing in the player's hands. I'll have to watch some videos at some point. Not now. I want to finish the. I definitely want to finish the main storyline before I start looking at what other people can do. But I don't know. I mean, does Hogwarts Legacy have like PvP mode? Yeah, Quidditch is rules. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's.
Confringo!
Holy
there goes my
shit!
wager.
You're better than that!
Oh, I have a recharge pack. I see.
Lumos.
Okay, so Leviosa. Yeah, but how did I do that thing? How did I do the thing that like the grab that took the
Revelio.
I'm the one!
Lumos.
I had a spell that grabbed the crate and lobbed it. What was it?
Lumos. Like a winner. Parent.
Must have been Accio. Yeah, defeats better. Game music is rather loud.
That
okay,
looks
hang
painful.
on a minute.
Care to try another round?
We'll sort this out. Yeah, I would do. Hang on. Just let me sort this out first. How's that? Is that better now? Anyway, yes, I would.
Don't count me out yet.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I'm going to keep on trying until I get this. Yeah, much better. Okay, breakthrough yellow spells with control spells, like the levitation spell. We got that. Target lock lets you track enemies. Yeah, okay, but I threw a crate at the opponent. How did I do that? Oops. Oh, it's the Z. Right, okay, I get it. So then, and then I...
Don't shy away now.
Okay, so I hit everyone with crates.
Painful. Care to try another round?
Yeah.
Yes. Don't count me out yet.
Brilliant.
Okay. Do I just like need to hit them 3 times or something? Like, how do I actually knock someone out though?
Act like a winner.
No.
Lumos. Accio. Reparo.
I just don't have a stun spell.
You're better than that!
There goes my wager.
Do I need to... I just need to get a different spell, don't I? Yeah, I need to change my spells out. This
That
is just
looks
like
painful.
not working.
Care to try another round?
Yeah.
Yes. Don't
But
count
I'd
me
like
out
to.
yet.
If I could like
Brilliant.
switch my spells out and stuff. Can I do that here? No. If I like say no, is it going to like lock me out of this? Because I want to.
Levioso. Give him what for. Expulso.
Ringo, come on.
I mean, that's very fun. Oh, hang on a minute.
The one.
Oh! Duh, it's right click.
Levioso. Don't shy away now.
Ringo.
Just auto attack.
Levioso.
And Ringo. Is that all you've got? Levioso.
There we go.
Perhaps one day I'll sign up for a round.
I mean, that wasn't the cleanest of kills, but at least I now know how to. Basically, you right click.
Nice work.
You left click. You left click
Sebastian wasn't
to
wrong
auto
about
attack.
you.
It's not even an
There's
auto
strong
attack, it's just
competition
an
ahead,
attack.
but keep this up, and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
Yeah,
I shall.
I'll go 7
In fact,
rounds
the
with
second
all
duel is ready
years.
when
No,
you are.
years 1 through
And
7
as a
all in
fully
all in one go.
initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy.
Really?
Very good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me, and I'll set it up. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought.
I'm down with that.
Hope to see you back here again.
Sure thing, Mr. First Year. Okay, I think we're going to leave it there for tonight. That'll leave us with a little bit left to do next time we're up. We're going to have to win another round of Cross Ones, that's fine. That was fun, yeah. I must admit, I do like the combat in Hogwarts Legacy. It feels very fluid. It feels very fluid. It feels... It's not the totality of what I would imagine like a wizard's duel could be, but given that they are students, it is closer to what I imagine like a student's duel would be. Right? And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. In any case, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for joining me here today. We've done a lot of stuff. We got one new chapter published and out. It's brilliant. We also unpackaged Lego Hogwarts. That's going to be great. We're going to have to figure out how to set up the stream here so that I can do that after we finish Hogwarts Legacy. I'm going to have to put some thought into how to set that up. But also there should be plenty of time to do that because I don't think we're going to be finishing Hogwarts Legacy for a while. So there's going to be plenty of time for that. In other words, yeah, I'm going to leave that to. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you again for everyone for joining me. And thank you especially for everyone who is a patron or who supports me here on Twitch, because the amount of support that I've been getting on Patreon and everywhere from the last few weeks it's actually been mind-blowing. I am reaching the point now where I may actually be able to like be secure in what I'm doing, which is actually kind of amazing. Not there yet, but we're heading in the right direction, which is actually mind-blowing. So, okay. Thank you again. And I will leave you on the word that if you are a reader, then please keep reading, and if you are a writer, please keep writing. I'll see you all next time.